Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. And if you guys have already been subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing. Today's video is a very special one. We're going to try Natasha Denona for the first time. I picked out this Natasha Denona Coral palette. It was on sale and I had a 20% off coupon, so you know how that rolls. So I picked this out and this is the eye look that we came out with. I also complemented this look with my all-time favorite products, with some Makeup by Mario products from Charlotte Tilbury, from L'Oreal, from M Cosmetics. So if you guys want to see how I achieved this look, then please keep on watching. So I'm just getting ready for the day. I just did my base because I was attending a meeting. Let me just recap what I used. For the primer, I used the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. For the foundation, I use my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear, and this is in the shade Golden Sun. And for the concealer, I have Colourpop's No Filter Concealer in the shade Medium Dark 32. So that's the only thing that I've done. Underneath my eyes, I did set with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in the shade Medium, that is 2. So before setting the whole face, I want to put some cream contour and cream blush. What is it? Is it a frog in my throat or what? So I'm going to take my M Cosmetics Multi-Play Stick in the shade Nomadic, and I'm going to apply that on the perimeters of the face. Just a tiny little bit for added dimension. You definitely don't need a lot. Oh man, that was crooked. And then underneath the jawline, and then let's blend it out. Let's start off with the nose because I completely messed that up. And this shade is absolutely good to chisel out your cheekbones, especially if you are like medium dark skin tone, because it has definitely a warm tone, but because the shade is so dark, you can definitely get some dimension on your cheekbones. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation going on because of my acne, so try to ignore that. That's why whenever I'm in a meeting, that's the first thing that I do. I just even out my skin tone with some foundation. So once we have that, I'm just going to take my concealer brush or the foundation brush that I applied my foundation with and just run it on the nose, just because we went pretty ham on the nose, and just run it over with no additional product, just whatever was left on the foundation brush. Now for the cream blush, I'm going to take my Doll10 Beauty Hydrogel Cream Balm, and this is in the shade Pop Star Peach. I thought it'll go really well with the eyeshadow. Plop it on the cheek. Beautiful shade. I'm going to take it down to the temples too, just so that everything like flows together, and because our eyeshadow palette is more on the coral side, it can all flow together. So once we have that all set, I'm just going to apply that same Charlotte Tilbury powder all over my face, just so that we can like blend everything together and just soften everything up. For the brows, I did it with my NYX brow tint pen, and we have a shade in this. This is in the shade Espresso. Now I want a little more warmth on my face, so let me grab another bronzer, and this is from Makeup by Mario, and this is in the shade Medium Dark. Just run this all across the perimeter just for added warmth. Let's take the same Makeup by Mario's highlighter. I just need a reason to use this. And this is in the shade Golden. I'm gonna plop that. Look at that. How can you say no to this? And have you seen the dent that I've caused already? Crazy. And even though I have so much of texture, I still love to apply this highlighter because it doesn't emphasize it. Now I'm just going to set my face with my e.l.f. Jen Atkin setting spray. And now finally let's move on to the eyes, and I picked out the Natasha Denona's Coral palette, and this is the first Natasha Denona palette that I'm owning, and this color story really called out to me. Now originally this palette is like $48. I got it for like 20 because I had like a 20% off coupon and it was on sale too. These pans are definitely the pan size of her bigger palette, not the midi size one like the one of the Trio Chrome and the gold palette. So it's very big, but the color story seems really nice. It has like a peachy tone matte, which absolutely called out to me. This, I think I can use this as a highlighter too, and this actually can be used as a blush too. We'll see that if we can apply that on top of this or not. And then these shades are very nice. This and this is like traditional shimmers. This is more of a taupe shade, and these are her creamy matte formula. So let's dive right into the video and apply these shadows on the eyes. I cannot wait. You guys have been telling me missing on it if you do not try Natasha Denona shadows. So yeah, let's see what the hype is all about. I'm going to take this coral shade, which is called Lyria from the palette, and this seems to be like a very nice coral pink shade. And I also, the reason why I got this palette instead of any of her minis or midis is just because out of her midis I already have like all of the dupes in the Alter Ego palette, so I didn't want to duplicate those shadows. And the reason for picking this up is I thought these coral shades mixed up with the Glam Lights Dirty Martini palette, those olive tone greens would create a very similar tone to her mini retro palette, which I am a big fan of, the color story. So that's the main reason why I got this, and I personally felt that this is going to be like a great spring or a fall palette based on which side you are like on. Even though it's just like a 5-pan palette, you definitely can do a lot of looks. Like this shade in the crease that I'm applying Lyria, and then this all over like tapped on the eyelid can be like a good spring look. This and this can be like an everyday look, just deepen it out with this, or you can apply this in the crease and this all over the eyelid, and that can be like a red smoky eye look. There's a ton of things that you can do with this palette, and I must say the mattes are blending very, very nicely, and that's what you expect out of her eyeshadow, because Natasha Denona is not a cheap palette. It's a very luxury brand. So yeah, that's what you expect out of it. Now once we have that all blown out on the crease, let's just deepen the outer corners with this shade, and this shade is called Dakota from the palette. I'm going to apply that on my outer corners and also on my lower lash line. The blending very, very nicely, and it's pretty deep too. Like even for a halo eye, this looks stunning. Once we have all that all like blended across together, I'm going to dip into this shade, and this is called Lola from the palette, and I'm going to take that on the outer third of my eyelid. Oh, that's such a pigmented shade that all over the eyelid would be stunning. Oh my god. I'll show you all over the eyelid and then I'll top it off with that purple shade. But I just want to show you how it will look. Wow, that's stunning. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm going to take this champagne shade, champagne pinky coral shade. I'm going to take that on my inner corners. Wow, that's stunning. Can you see that? That is stunning. I'm going to just flick it a little up, like into my crease, just so that there is like some kind of a light reflecting. I like that look. I'm going to take the same thing underneath my brow bone too. And now I'm going to take this shade, Abalone from the palette, the purple topper shade. And I'm going to press that on my, I would say, inner third on top of that red. That's a good purple shade, but I don't know, is it because I'm applying it on top of the red? It is a sheer shade, so you can definitely put it on top of any shadow, but it's not giving me that like punchy effect. It is giving me a lot of dimension, like a purple glitter kind of a effect, but it doesn't have much of a base under it. Nevertheless, it looks really nice. So now I'm just gonna finish off my eyes with some liner and mascara and I'll get right back. So that's how the eyes are looking so far. Let me just give you a close-up. I really love the way it came out. With like just playing with those 5 shades, I think it came out really well. I finished off my eyes by applying Glamnetic lashes, and this is in the style Live-In. So that's what I have on my eyes. Let's finish it off with our lips. For the lip liner, I'm going to take BFF2 lip liner. I'm going to line my lips with that. For the lipstick, I'm just going to take my Revlon Color Stay Satin Ink Liquid Lipstick, and this is in the shade Eyes on You. I'm just going to apply a tiny little bit of it. It almost matches like my lip liner so perfectly. It dries down to a matte finish, but it's not sticky, it's not tacky, it doesn't dry off your lips. So that's like the best part about it. Now for the lip gloss, I'm going to take my Pat McGrath lip gloss in the shade Wicked Whisper. I think that will go really good with this. That is stunning. I love the look. So let me just finish off with the setting spray, the same setting spray. And that's my final look, guys. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's look. I love the way it came out. These are all like my favorite products. The only new thing that I tried was that Natasha Denona palette, and I love the way the eyes turned out. So yes, if you did like this video, if you did like this everyday, simple, spring, autumn kind of a look, then please do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!